Hi, this is Joey Lehto from DroidDog.com, and today we have something very special. Zapstreak co-founder Stefan Bielau has agreed to join us via Skype for an interview. Let's get into it. So first, I'd like you to explain in your own words what Zapstreak is.
Sure, though. Zapstreak is a software development for mobile developers of media apps. So we're addressing developers of video, music, or photo applications. They download our SDK. They're basically good to go after 2 hours of implementation to use our SDK within their app as a feature which enables their users to stream their media content to connected TV sets. That's Zapstreak.
So essentially, if you have a smart TV, you can stream content to it. And this content, it is, we're talking just content here, not mirroring, right?
Exactly. We're not mirroring. We basically enable the user to either, stream or put locally stored content from the smartphone to a connected TV set, or stream from whatever source, whatever format, any kind of video, music, or photo to the big screen. So imagine you're coming home from a vacation, you took great pictures with Instagram, you just, instead of putting it around or sending around the smartphone to your family folks, you just run a slideshow on your connected TV. That's Zapstreak.
So it's very similar to Apple's AirPlay service. Now, compared to Apple's AirPlay, is it a little more open? Is it a little easier to integrate, something like that for developers?
Well, yeah. First of all, we don't require any extra hardware, right? AirPlay requires the Apple TV box. And what we do, we basically use, first of all, a standard called DLNA. We build our SDK on top of. And the fact that at home, everyone's connected more or less with a smartphone to the Wi-Fi, as well as the TV set at home is also connected to the Wi-Fi. So we give them those two devices the opportunity to communicate and stream content in between. A major fact to come up with that solution is probably that 80% of all TV sets sold at the moment are Wi-Fi ready and enabled to support our solution by the end of the day.
All right, so I have a Samsung Smart TV, and it is DNLA. I could then take my HTC smartphone and stream content directly?
That might work. I cannot guarantee. Our SDK actually gives you kind of guarantee that cross-device connectivity will be supported for any kind of media. So once in a while you have, a situation where you have a DLNA enabled supported smartphone plus a TV set, but maybe a video stream won't work, or it only works Samsung smartphone, the Galaxy, and a smart Samsung TV set. So there are certain challenges, even though it's a common standard. We think that with our technology and our know-how and work, we come up with more customized solutions which give the developer the opportunity to not worry about such tweaks and twists which occur right now at the moment with various devices.
Just it makes the whole process much easier, right?
It makes it much more seamless. It's a smoother approach. We can add immediately whatever device is out there. So even taking it a little bit further, you can connect a smartphone or stream music to a Wi-Fi radio at home, or to your home entertainment system, or by the end of the day, to use a PlayStation or an Xbox, which has a DLA-enabled connectivity to stream stuff to the connected, or to a TV set, basically. It doesn't necessarily need to be connected if you have those working as a set-top box, which is a perfect setup to use our SDK, or basically the media app.
Very nice. So it's just trying to make it a little more open standard, because I know I'm pretty sure Sony did it before, where with their Xperia phones they could stream it to a Bravia TV, but this is it's just making it a lot easier for an app developer to do it to anything, and it brings it more to apps versus where something like that was.
Absolutely. Sorry, you're absolutely right, Joey. I mean, you probably find native apps right now who do basically the same. So just to name one, Skifta is probably the player on Android now in that field. But it's a native app, so the user, first of all, has to find that application. Second of all, he has no direct connectivity to his favorite media app. Let's call it Spotify or YouTube. So you need two solutions to come up with the kind of streaming setup on your TV. We just take the whole friction out and give the developer of YouTube or the Spotify developer our SDK, and you as a user can just, with one tap, run the whole stuff on your home TV set.
Now, it's entering a closed beta or a private beta right now, correct? Private beta. Do you have some developers already signing on?
Yeah, we had our launch of the private beta last week, which went tremendously well. We're seeing signups in like 20 to 30 developers a day, which is great. And we want to come up first of all with the SDK for Android developers. But the roadmap is packed and dedicated to something like Kindle SDK, so you can stream any content from a Kindle to a connected TV. We will have Windows Phone supported, and probably by fall this year we will have connectivity between an Android device or an Android app and the Apple TV box. So you're coming to a friend's home, he has an Apple TV, but you have an Android smartphone. You just show him the latest YouTube clip you liked and you found straight on his TV.
Mm-hmm. And we're seeing that streaming content is sort of becoming the future, so this is really good to adapt to, right? I mean, it's an easy upgrade. You said 2 hours, right?
Absolutely. I mean, the developer or the challenges we see, and we have spoken with so many developers, especially of media applications, is how to maintain and retain the user. So user retention engagement is very important in order to monetize or build a successful application. So we extend to the big TV. One advantage, you shall not forget that, usually developing a native application for something like the TV OS comes usually for around about $1,000 of development costs or resources, and we save developers that costs in the sense that we charge them a minimal monthly fee, and he's good to go and doesn't need to develop a native application dedicated maybe to an LG Smart TV OS, which runs on maybe 10 TV models from LG, whereas with us he can experience almost right now up to 1,000 TV models supporting VLNA standards.
Mm-hmm. That's got to cut down a lot of costs, and it's just if we could see something like this as a standard in everything, and just make everything so much easier,
That would be also very very neat for us here at Zapstreak. We're 4 people developing the solution right now, including myself. Whereas I'm not a developer, I'm helping the team in order to get started with the business side and then working to set it up in a decent way. So we're very excited. I mean, you see the growth and in usage of media on the smartphone in the application ecosystem. Whereas, as I said before, the connected TV space is like going crazy. Apple TV will put it on everyone's mind when launching their TV set this year. IKEA, I don't know if you heard about that, announced that they will come up with a dedicated set of connected Wi-Fi ready IP-enabled TV entertainment system this summer. Xbox Live, there are rumors, very cheap Xbox version, which is basically a set-top box which has the same functionality even if you don't have a connected TV yet. So these people will make you consider using internet on the big screen at home, and we have a great rich technology for that.
All right. So to differentiate it, and this is just something that I'm going to explain, DNLA, from my understanding after talking with you, it's a standard, but it doesn't mean that everything's just going to work together, and you're adding that extra coding, right?
We're adding a little customization, either for a specific model of a TV set or a specific brand which requires some customization. So yeah, that's where our value is coming from, and we're actually the first ones providing such SDK right now as we speak.
Now, are there going to be any? Do you expect any compatibility issues to be in play with? Because I know that I believe Qualcomm, they sometimes have certain content lockdowns on their phones or something like that. Are you expecting it to just work on every Android phone that an app is downloaded on?
We hope so. I mean, we have a showcase application right now live in the Android store since almost 2.5 months. It's currently used by around about 6,000 people, and we see no issue whatsoever on the latest Android OS versions. So that basically gives us kind of good setup now to reach out to developers and give them basically a solution which runs on almost every device. I wouldn't say that there's a major impact. I mean, by the end of the day, the handset or even the handset maker would have then making a decision to reject an application, which is harder to argument as for maybe some specific content or screen stuff. So no, I don't see any issue there yet.
You don't see, all right, then that's very good. Could you tell me a little bit, how long has it been in development?
Well, initially the whole project, which now became Zapstreak, started as an idea of having a native application, something similar like I was describing before, but due to the fact that it's kind of hard to market and to promote a native app by yourself and to build a successful, sustainable business on top of that, we actually pivoted the whole thing, and because we saw the demand on the developer side and the growth in usage on the user side. So we pivoted it, and we're thinking that the whole mobile ecosystem is still very immature and needs good tools, developers especially, to enhance their applications, to make them better, to make the user experience much better. And we have a pretty straightforward offer here, right? You give us a monthly fee, which is basically a no-brainer compared to all the other SDKs which are out there, which are much pricier, and you implement a feature by the end of the day, which is already proven in the industry as a working one. See AirPlay. So we think we have a great value to offer, and looking forward for what's next.
All right, so we're gonna start to wrap it up a little bit here. Is there anything else you'd like to tell me about the service, or any planned announcements, anything like that?
Yeah, it would be great. I mean, you can sign up right now. Zapstreak.com/sign-up. We will roll out the initial beta SDKs probably within the next 2 weeks. So expect to hear from us very soon. That's probably the best we can get at the moment. A lot of feedback as soon as we have the SDK in the hands of developers, on the documentation and everything. We would appreciate, going to zapstreak.com/sign-up and talk to us.
Any time frame when you think it'll be leaving the beta?
We hope to have it out by the end of June.
End of June? Okay. Well, it's been great talking with you, Stefan. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Sure. It was a pleasure.
All right.